In this video, we'll be making homemade pork siomai with chili garlic oil. In this video, we're going to be making pork siomai. Here are the ingredients for the siomai. We're going to need 2 eggs, 1 pack wonton wrappers, 2 pounds of ground pork, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/4 cup of flour, half a cup of chopped carrots, and half a cup of chopped onions. You can also add an optional 2 teaspoons of chicken powder to give it a body or depth in the flavor. We're gonna need some red chili peppers, so let's see how much we can get. We need about a cup, so I don't think I have enough for... There's 1. Put a few out of it. That's all we got. So unfortunately, these are the only chili peppers I have in my garden, so I'll just make do with this. You're gonna need about 1 cup of chili peppers, but since these are all I got, I'm just gonna make the best of these. We're gonna be mincing these. If you mince them, be careful not to touch your eyes with that same hand or finger that you're chopping the pepper. Also, to prevent that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a food processor so I don't have to deal with the peppers. And here are the ingredients for chili garlic oil. We're going to need 2 cups of minced garlic. That's about 4 or 5 whole garlic that I minced. 1 cup of red chilies. That's close enough that I could get from my garden. I don't have that much red chilies available, so I'll just settle with that. But you do need 1 cup of red chilies minced. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. 1 to 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 cup of cooking oil, 1/3 cup of tomato paste, and then we're gonna season that with a little pepper. We're gonna need water to slightly cover the garlic. We're gonna start by combining all the siomai ingredients into our bowl. So we have our pork there. Next thing we're gonna do is add in our 2 teaspoons of salt. One teaspoon of black pepper. Our half a cup of minced carrots. Our 2 eggs. Our half a cup of chopped onions, 1 teaspoon of sugar. That sugar just gives it balance. 2 teaspoons of chicken powder. Again, this is optional, but I like doing this because it gives a body or depth to that flavor. And the last thing we're gonna need is our 1/4 cup of flour. The purpose of the flour is it's going to be the ingredient that combines everything together along with the egg. So now we get everything in our bowl. We're going to mix them until they're nice and soft and like a pasty texture. So don't be scared of using your hands. If you don't want to use your hands, you can use a spatula or you can wear a glove. So just going to continue doing this until everything is nice and soft and well combined. Now we've finished mixing our ingredients together and it's nice and soft and it has a pasty look on it. Now what you need to do is the hard part, which is turning them into the dumpling or the siomai. So first thing you're gonna do is you have to make a ring on your finger, and then you just put in the wonton wrapper on top. You're gonna put in the filling, and as you're putting the filling in, you're gonna be kind of like closing up on it, and then make sure you pressed together so that it's nice and compact in there. So let me show you what I mean. So first, let's grab a spoonful of this. I think that's the only work you're gonna be doing for this dish. So we got our wontons, our filling in there. Kind of roll, not quite roll, but put them together like this, because you want to get that shape. So first you gotta do like a ring, and then press down from the top and on the bottom. Press it deep enough, press it hard enough so that it holds its shape. This is gonna be like the most tedious part you're gonna be doing for this, but you know what? It's worth it because you don't have to go to the store and buy these. These are all homemade. You worked hard for this, so kind of like just like that. So that's one of them, and then you just put it aside and continue doing that for the rest. So let's do another one. So first, grab a spoonful. Make a ring. Press down, and as you're pressing down, support it from the bottom also. And allow it to hold its shape. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfect. They're just like, kind of like making little cupcakes or something like that. So if you have friends, family that can help you, do that, because this is the most tedious part of it. You know, your hard work will pay off at the end when you're done, when you're making this and then when you're eating it. So I'm gonna continue doing this for the rest of them, and then I'll be back once I'm done making our siomais. So we finished making our little siomais here. As you notice, they're slightly bigger than the ones you usually find on dim sums or in the market. I didn't skip on anything on this one. So this is the only part that's time consuming, is making these little things. Again, for this, you can use, if you want to use shrimp, you can dice or mince that shrimp and do it instead of the pork. From our mixture, we got like 30 siomais out of it. So that's ready for cooking. First, let's prep our steamer. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some oil on our steaming basket. So I'm just gonna put a little on my hand. Make sure to kind of oil them well so that they don't stick, especially if you're using a metal one. Now we have them greased up. We're gonna be putting in our siomai inside. Try not to stick them too close to each other so that the steam will cook all around the siomai. So just don't crowd it. So just like that. Make sure there's plenty of space between each one of them. Then we'll do another step, just like that. And now we're gonna put in our steamer. So in our pot, we have our water boiling. The heat is set to medium. Now we're going to be putting in our siomai. Cover, and we'll cook it for 15 minutes. Now to our chili garlic oil. First, we're going to add in our 1 cup of oil. I'm using canola oil on this. Then we're gonna add in our garlic. Again, this is 2 cups of minced garlic. Our red chili. If you have about 1 cup, that would be perfect, but those are the only ones I have in my garden, so it's not much. Gonna need 1 to 2 tablespoons of salt. Just a touch of pepper. our 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and our 1/3 cup of tomato paste. Now we're gonna lower our heat to medium-low because you don't want to burn them. What you're doing is you're trying to infuse the oil with the garlic flavor. So if your heat's too high, it's gonna burn the garlic. It's gonna make the whole thing bitter. So mix everything well. And technically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be reducing this. But let me mix everything together and then we're gonna add in our water. Now we're gonna add in about 1/2 cup of water. Now we added water, we're gonna set our heat to medium and just let this slowly reduce until the oil starts to separate from everything else. Don't forget to constantly stir so that they don't burn. So we're just gonna continue doing this until it starts to reduce. Our chili garlic oil is coming along, it's almost done. What we're trying to do is just reduce it a little. But now, our siomai are done. They've been cooking for about 15 minutes. I turned off the heat, and now we're gonna be removing them from the basket. Here's our finished dish, pork siomai. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.